Good morning, world. It's your girl, Dominique Spinelli. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm having a human day today, okay? So, usually I'm superhuman. I'm human today. I'm in touch with my humanity. But let me tell you, I don't look like what I'm going through because your girl can dress, okay? Boom. So fire. Only button the top button because I'm fly like that. Got the high ponytail. Didn't want to do too much to the hair today. I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood, but I'm flying in a mug. And the body show is yaddying. Shout out to my eating habits. Okay, y'all. So, yeah, it's just a regular human kind of day. But this is the thing, right? I understand that my joy is predicated upon what I choose to focus on, right? So let's focus on the joyous things, all that is beautiful and light, right? I actually started my day in immense amount of pain. And I'm like, what's going on? So it's like, oh, no. It's only Wednesday. I got to get through this week. I've got big things happening tonight. You're not about to beat me. So I just start saying the word over myself. Then as I'm saying it, and I was going through it, saying the word over myself, kept going on with the process. Listen, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. I put on my pain stuff on my back. I did. Took some ibuprofen. And I said, no, I'm going to get in this office today and I'm going to tear it up to the best of my abilities. Because you're 100%, you getting everything doesn't look the same every day. My 100% yesterday is not my 100% today. But guess what? It's all I got. So they don't look the same, but it's all I got. And I'm going to give all I got, okay? All that to say, let's lay this news down. And it's so funny because when it says feeling on here, so I typed in, good morning world, and it was mood. I went to go pick my mood, and I'm like, what am I feeling? Because no negative word is going to pop up on my thing, I'll tell you that. So I'm like, well, that ain't it. Now I was going to choose the word determined, right? And then out of nowhere, it clicked the word safe. And I'm like, that's what I needed to hear. Yes, I am safe. And that is what matters, right? Because tomorrow can always be better. Okay, my whole life can change in the next 8 minutes. Change for the better. So, what am I tripping for? The battle is won, right? Let's read this news. Oh, and today is my favorite human on the planet. It's her birthday. My favorite human on the planet. It's my Mookie Monstar's birthday. Happy birthday to my Mookie Monstar. I had to slide a DM real early. Tell her happy birthday. Send her some money because kids these days, they don't even want to talk. They all about the dollar. So I say, you know what? Respect. Slid her a little grain, just a little shy. Get her a Dr. Pepper or something. Get a little snack after lunch. But yeah, it's my favorite human's birthday. That brings me joy. Because today was the start of one of the best days of my life. When that little girl came into the world, okay? But I'm not going to go on about that because I'll start crying. I'll start crying. Because that's not, I just love that little girl. All right. Let's lay this news down, dog. The Kenton area may well be getting some nasty weather beginning Thursday into Friday with a level 1 severe weather risk. If conditions end up unstable enough, there will be a risk for damaging winds and tornadoes beginning in southeast Missouri Thursday evening, continuing overnight. That could bring some issues in West Tennessee and West Kentucky. I'm going to leave that one there. It's written wonky, so I'm just going to leave that there and keep going. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have labeled Tennessee a state with very high flu activity. The latest data from December 20th to December 27th shows 11.4% of outpatient doctor visits were due to flu-like illness. There's been a sharp rise in flu cases across Tennessee that is on high alert for the medical community. Health experts said it's already worse than last season's, and the peak hasn't even been reached yet. A Waverly family was remembered last night following a shooting that took the lives of 4 family members. Community members attended memorial services for a 4-year-old Arius Thompson, 13-year-old Isaiah Johnson, 88-year-old Evelyn Johnson, and 32-year-old Heather Thompson. The Humphreys County Sheriff's Office says Heather Thompson shot 3 of her family members before taking her own life on January 2nd. And that's another thing, right? I went to bed early last night. Self-care, flow. I went to bed early last night and slept well. I woke up from a dream with a message, like a clear, concise message, right? And I'm getting up out the bed. I'm like, oh, I gotta share the message. I'm literally rolling out the bed, go turn off the alarm. I go into the bathroom to like prepare, myself. And then I just pain. And I was like, hold on. I got this message I'm trying to deliver. Or better yet, a message that I actually need. So I'm holding on to this message, and pain was everywhere. I was in so much pain. And I told myself, I was like, I'm going to take a shower. I'm just going to take a shower. I'll feel better. I'll take a shower. Nope. So I was like, all right, let me just take these ibuprofen. I'll feel better in a few minutes. It never takes that long. No. And I was like, uh-oh. So then next thing you know, the pain like kept getting worse. And I was like, all right, I need you to get down and pray. I'm like, but I got to get ready for work, and I got to do this and I got to do that. And I don't even know if I want to wear this outfit, and I'm this and I'm that. And it's like, no, I need you to pray right now. Like, because it hurts. Legit. So I got done and prayed, and then on the way, I sat in the car, and, waiting for my car to heat up. And on my way driving to work, I drove to work in silence. In silence. And I'm like, come on. And the only sound was me just speaking the word over myself. And I'm driving. I'm like, all right, something's got to give. And then the message hit me again. Like, don't forget the message I gave you. I don't know if you're going to share it or not, but don't forget what I told you before you got out that bed today. And I'm like, ooh, what is going on? What is going on? Then I got a message from my girlfriend, like, hey, I prayed for you this, what? How you know? How you know? So it's something going on. Let me keep reading this news. But one thing that I hold myself very highly to is the fact that I never look like what I'm going through, okay? Won't catch me slipping. If I start to feel like I need to look like that, I stay home so you don't see me. I don't look like what I'm going through. I know it looks fabulous, but give up Brother Grace because I'm hurt. Like Kurt McGirt. Yo, I'm telling you. And in a job like this, I don't even have, and I'm glad that I'm this person, because in a job like this, I don't have that pleasure of showing up on less than my hundo, whatever that hundo looks like for the day, Even when I had my wisdom tooth, that was probably the one that was pretty bad. That wisdom tooth situation. It was only bad because I couldn't open my mouth. So it was hard to speak because I'm talking like just a whole hard. It's hard to get personality through that way. But we got through that day too, so hallelujah. All right, let's record this news. A large number of earthquakes have been recorded in Northwest Tennessee over the past 6 months. Maps from the Center for Earthquake Research and Information show over 40 tremors have been detected in Lake, Obion, and Dyer County. The map indicates Lake County with the highest number of recorded earthquakes at 34. With 7 registered in Dyer County and 2 in Obion County. The latest recorded tremor occurred in Dyer County on December 30th. The 2.5 registered earthquake was centered northeast of Bogota. The largest recorded earthquake during the 6-month period was a 2.73 on November 9th. This was centered in northern Dyer County on Cherry Road, near the Dyer County-Obion County line. The Obion County school system has announced honors for educational achievements this past year. School Communications Director Lauren Kendall said system-wide Teacher of the Year honors were presented to Nicole Hicks of Ridgemont, pre-K through 4th grade, Marina Greer of South Fulton, middle and high school, 5th through 8th grade. That's a lot of names. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure out if I really want to read all this. That's a lot of names. Which stinks because I know somebody on this list and I'd like to name them, but this is a lot of names. And how do I choose who should be said on? Okay, I'm gonna do it then. Gianna Walker of Obion County Central, 9th through 12th grade. Melissa Merritt of Ridgemont, Principal of the Year. Maria Matheny of Hillcrest, Assistant Principal of the Year. Adam Steffens of Obion County Board Office, Supervisor of the Year. Building level Teachers of the Year were presented to pre-K through 4th grade. Amanda Spicer at Hillcrest, Jennifer Pate at Lake Road, Nicole Hicks at Ridgemont, Tina Hill at South Fulton Elementary. For grades 5 through 8, Ped Foster at Hillcrest, Julie Everidge at Lake Road, Stacy Halford at Ridgemont, Marina Greer at South Fulton Middle and High School. For grades 9 through 12, I don't like the way that sounds. Hold on. Yeah. For grades 9 through 12, Geneva Story and Gianna Walker, Obion County Central. Casey Webb, South Fulton Middle and High School. Photos of the honorees have been placed on our website at thunderboltradio.com. Yeah, because who am I to just pick and choose names? I didn't write this article. Now, when it comes to editing and cutting, though, somebody might get cut now. I gotta make my minutes. I'd like to do this one first. UT Martin announced Monday the appointment of their new dean of... UT Martin announced Monday the appointment of their new Dean of Education, Health, and Behavioral Services. Dr. Matthew Bice has been selected after months of candidate interviews from all over the country. The announcement was made Monday in an email from UT Martin Chancellor Yancey Freeman. Mr. Bice is currently the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs at Baker University in Baldwin City, Kansas. He replaces Cindy West, longtime dean of the college, who retired at the end of 2025. His official start date will be announced later. The city of Dresden has the long-awaited tornado sirens installed and ready for use. At the Dresden City Board meeting, Dresden Mayor Mark Maddox told us about the $200,000 sirens.
The entire tornado alert system to the city of Dresden. We're proud of that club for what they did. They were a collection agency or for donations for when the tornado hit. They spent that money wisely. They had a big chunk left over, and we have now purchased tornado sirens with that money.
Several sirens have been placed around Dresden at the following locations.
We have them in 7 different spots in our city. There's one north of town on Highway 118. There's one east of town on Highway 54. There's one east of town on Highway 22. There's one south of town on Highway 54. The most prominent one will probably be for people who travel Highway 22 will be at the Country Kitchen intersection. There's one at the Farmers Market, and there will be one at the park.
Excuse me. Ooh, pardon me. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. Next. The Northwest Tennessee Eagle Riders will be in McKenzie this weekend feeding the National Guard. Director of the Northwest Tennessee Eagle Riders, Jackie Laird, told Thunderbolt News about this year's mission.
Guard, we're going to be feeding them hamburgers, hot dogs, and all the side dishes that goes with it, dessert, drinks. We try to find one angle. We started out feeding the Dresden Troops. We fed the Union City National Guard the year before last, but we will be over there in McKenzie feeding the National Guard on January 10th.
Begun in 2021, the Eagles Rider, and that's the Lord, because I know that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a silly edit that I'm not using. I'm reading it the way I wrote this one. Started in 2021, the Eagle Riders take on various missions for veterans around Weakley County, including the pictures of veterans in downtown Martin for Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and 4th of July. It's wild how one word will just mess everything up. Like, there's a flow. This one. Another phone call scam has been circulating in Weakley County, where an individual claiming to be Sergeant Dorsey tells citizens that they need to settle a warrant for missing jury duty. Police and sheriff's officers remind you that if you get a call like this, hang up and don't give any personal information. The sheriff's office asks that if you have questions, to call them at 731-364-5454. Go to Marcus. Go to Marcus. Discovery Park of America has announced 3 honorees for the 2026 Robert E. and Jenny D. Kirkland Discovery Awards Gala. Being honored this year is Union City's Mike Cox, the founder of Little General Stores. Allison DeMarcus, television personality, philanthropist, and founder of the Miss Volunteer America pageant system. Lee Marshall, a former South Fulton resident and 3-time Emmy Award-winning journalist who has led a nationally recognized nonprofit for more than 20 years. Serving as guest host for the March 21st event will be Matt Marshall, the president and CEO of United Way of Tennessee. Go to Marcus. Go to Marcus. Obion County Budget Committee members were made aware of a new grant application for a lift station on Highway 22. Mayor Steve Carr addressed the issue of again seeking funds through a community development block grant.
CDBG grant earlier, and we were turned down at that point for that first application. So we have been in some consultation with them, and they've advised us that we have a better chance of getting approved if we ask for a smaller amount. So we're going to ask for $500,000 this time instead of $1 million. And they say our chances for approval will be a lot better. And of course, this is for that lift station out there on Highway 22 West near Lake Road School is what this is for. So there'll be some matching involved for us in part of the county, but it'll be, I think, 15% match.
Discussion was then held on the project cost and county contribution.
If we get it, are we going to spend more money, I guess?
We'll have to spend the difference. They're estimating that said it could be $700,000, $3,250. So I don't know if that's exactly accurate or not, but
So $230,250 would be our match.
that'd be our match on it. They're just getting real strict about these grants and how they're scoring. Whatever we get's better than nothing, but you know we'd rather get more. But hopefully this time it'll work.
Mayor Carr said once work is completed on the lift station, plans are to turn it over to the city of Union City. Hold up, because I want a perfect cut when I do all my snipping and snapping later. The TWRA is encouraging photographers of all skill levels to submit 10 of their best wildlife photos for a chance to win money and recognition in the Wildlife Magazine Photo Contest. The best photos will be featured in the 2026-27 Tennessee Wildlife Calendar, license cards, and other wildlife agency publications. The deadline to submit your photography is March 20th. I don't know who's interested in that. If you're interested in that, seriously, put your photos in. I think they pay you per photo. So if you put 10 in, let's say only 2 hit, you're getting paid for 2 photos. And then just adding that to your accolades, adding that to your resume sheet. You know, if you're really into photography, send it over. Go to the TWRA website and send in your photos. Don't mess around. Your picture could be on a stamp or something. You don't know, right? I'm just saying, that's not my special talent. But if it was, if I was even halfway good, I take too many pictures of me and not enough of the birds. If I took more pictures of birds and flowers and stuff, I'd totally put in my shot. Because you can definitely win. I said what I said. Okay, so now we got all this. Now it's time for cutting. And back to what I was talking about earlier with just like being in pain or whatever and not looking like what I'm going through. The message that now that things, praise God, now that things have kind of slowed down and I'm feeling stable. I don't want to do too much, but I feel kind of stable. My back still hurts, but stable enough, right? I realized that maybe, what if that was just a test to see if I was going to use what I've learned, you know? I speak about the power of the word and what God can do for you and healing power and all of these things. Well, sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is. Well, technically all the time you should put your money where your mouth is, but sometimes you actually have to use what you be saying and back it up. So I did, and again, I'm stable. I'm cool. I'm stable. I'm stable, and I'm grateful for that. And that's all I can do is be grateful in this moment. But maybe it was just a test to see if I was going to use the knowledge that I have to help myself, right? Because we do have power and authority, and we can speak these things over ourselves. And that's great. Because why the ibuprofen wasn't working? That's not making make sense. It was so bad the ibuprofen wasn't working. I said, oh, something is wrong. So yeah, all that to say, you gotta walk it like you talk it. And I was walking today. I was hunched over walking, but I was walking it like I was talking it today. Y'all have a great day. I wish you all the best. Yeah, be great. Whatever that means to you today, give it your 100%. Whatever that means to you today. Because again, I gave it my hundo. Do I feel at my highest 100%? No. But it's the 100 I got for today. And you got it too. So give that. All right. Time to keep going on with my day. It's going to be a long one. I'll see y'all later.